You're watching the PCTV network, and it's wicked awesome.
The first meeting is really a get-to-know-you meeting. We're going to sit down. Typically, the meeting will last about an hour. We're having a conversation. My job is to ask them some questions about where they are, what some of their goals are, what some of the key objectives they have in meeting with me, where they are to this point, and really what brought them in to see me. And now I'm at the point in my career where I have a lot of people that are dependent upon me to provide them with all the guidance and all the advice that we do on a day-to-day basis.
Welcome to the 2014 PCTV Academic Quiz Bowl Tournament hosted at Pottsgrove Middle School. We are sponsored by the program Financially Speaking, shown here on PCTV. Each winter, some of the brightest students in the area high schools compete academically through a series of matches in the Academic Quiz Bowl League. The seedings for this year's TV tournament were determined by the final rankings during the season. Since this is a single elimination competition, the pressure is on each team to be at its best throughout the match. Today's match pits Boyertown against Spring-Ford. Representing Boyertown, we have Kelby, Tim, Noah, who will serve as captain, and Robert. On the other side, we have representing Spring-Ford, Drew, who serves as captain, JR, Hans, and Madden. Each match consists of 3 rounds. The first round has 15 toss-up questions that either team may answer in 5 seconds. If a team misses a question, the opposing team has a chance to answer correctly on the rebound. A correct answer earns a team a bonus question. For this, the team has 10 seconds to confer before the captain voices the answer. Computational questions are given extra time, a total of 30 seconds or 35 seconds as a bonus. So we're ready to begin this round of toss-up questions. Question number 1, regions. These are regions on what continent? George V Land, Ellsworth Land, Queen Mary Land, Wilkes Land, Marie Byrd Land. And that would be Drew.
Antarctica?
Antarctica is correct. So Spring-Ford gets a bonus in planets. Terrestrial planets that reflect less than 10% of the sunlight striking them lack what?
An atmosphere?
An atmosphere is 100% correct, so you get the bonus as well. Toss-up number 2 for both teams, krill. Upon what do krill mostly feed? And that would be JR.
Plankton?
Plankton is correct. I wondered about that because usually other things feed on the krill, so plankton. You get a bonus opportunity in Brave Little Boats. What small steam-powered boat of the Dark Continent was made famous in a novel by C.S. Forester?
Just take a guess.
Yes, Drew.
Heart of Darkness.
That's incorrect. Okay. Well, at least that was said in Africa. The African Queen.
Oh, yeah,
Also
like
a very
the
famous movie with
Humphrey
Humphrey
Bogart
Bogart.
movie.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
A little before your time and mine. All right. Toss-up number 3. North American territories. At various times, the Oregon country had been claimed by the United States, England, France, and that would be Kelby?
Russia.
That's incorrect. Russia. And what other country?
Spain.
Drew.
Spain.
Spain is correct. Kelby, that was a good chance to try to, anticipate there, but sometimes that's what happens. We get a bonus opportunity, though, for Spring-Ford in triangles, so we're going to call this one computational. They're going to have 35 seconds. Hopefully it won't take that long.
I'll do it. Everybody do it.
The perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 45 meters. If each side equals 2x plus 3, what is x?
14 minus 3. Yeah, it's 6. It's 6. 6? 6.
And Drew?
6.
6 is correct. That is correct. Okay. Toss-up number 4, ships. Only one U.S. Navy ship is being held by a foreign government. In 2013, North Korea announced it would be putting that vessel that it had seized in the late 1960s on display. Name it. Yes, Robert.
USS Pueblo.
That is correct, the Pueblo. That is correct. So Boyertown gets control, and they have a bonus in 19th century clubs. What member of the Transcendental Club wrote this? Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. I say, let your affairs be as 2 or 3, and not 100 or 1,000. Instead of 1,000,000, count half a dozen, and keep your accounts on your thumbnail. Yes, Noah?
Thoreau.
That was Thoreau, Henry David Thoreau. Although if he really wanted to simplify, why didn't he say it just once? Listen. Toss-up number 5, navigators. What 18th century Danish officer in Russian service confirmed that Asia and North America were separate land masses? And that would be Noah.
Drake.
That's incorrect. Rebound, spring forward. Yes, Drew.
Behringer?
No, I'm sorry. You were close, but it's Bering. Because after all,
The Bering
he
Strait.
found the strait that separated the two. Okay. Toss-up number 6, bruises. What muscle is bruised in a myocardial contusion? Robert.
Heart.
That would be the heart, correct. You get a bonus opportunity for Boyertown. The bonus is in chemical processes. Name the process by which colloids come out of suspension in the form of flocks, flakes, lumps, or fluffy masses. Okay, Noah.
Aeration.
That's incorrect. It actually comes from that first one. Flocculation, it's called. Okay, toss-up number 7, arrests. For a law enforcement officer to make an arrest, he must either have a valid arrest warrant or what kind? Tim?
Probable cause.
Probable cause is correct. Good anticipation on that one. And you get a bonus in Poe's People. Who's the central character of these works by Edgar Allan Poe? The Mystery of Marie Roget, The Purloined Letter, The Murders in the Rue Morgue.
Dupin. What? Dupin? Dupin.
Okay, Noah?
Dupin.
Okay, that is correct. I believe it's pronounced as it's French, Dupin, but yes, it's C. Auguste Dupin. But Dupin, I'll take it. All right. It looks like that. Toss-up number 8, military facilities. Which branch of the American military has bases at these sites? Oceanside, 29 Palms, Barstow. Robert.
United States Marine Corps.
That is the Marine Corps. That is correct. In Boyertown, you get a bonus computational. Travel problems. These are always complicated. You just completed a trip of 360 miles at a constant speed. Had you driven 5 miles per hour slower, the trip would have taken exactly an extra hour. What was the speed? What was your speed for the trip?
I think it's 60.
Just go 60.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes.
60 miles per hour.
No, 45 miles per hour is the answer they were looking for. Okay. I always wish that's a long pause there. I wish we had some like music to play underneath it there. Toss-up number 9, Mediterranean Isles. What island is between northern Italy and Sardinia? And that would be Tim.
Sicily.
Sicily's incorrect. Rebound.
Crete.
I'm sorry, time's expired. You waited a little too long. The answer should have been, do you know?
Corsica? Elba?
No, it wouldn't have helped you. Corsica. Corsica. Toss-up number 10. Imaginary biology. If they actually existed, these imaginary creatures would belong to what invertebrate phylum? Charlotte A. cavatica. Aragog. Yes, Drew.
Arachnids?
That's incorrect. Shelob, Gnorm gnat or Gnorm gnat, and Billy Bee.
Guess.
Tim.
Reptiles.
That's incorrect. We're looking for the phylum. That's the thing. Arthropoda. Arthropoda. Okay. They are spiders, yes, but that's the phylum.
Good try, Drew.
Toss-up number 11. Ancient regions. Attica was the ancient region under the hegemony of what Greek city-state? Drew.
Athens.
Athens is correct. You get a bonus in sentence order. Grammatically speaking, what kind of order is illustrated in these sentences? On the shelf above the fireplace, you'll find my collection of coprolites. Into the hole slithered the cobra. Down the gutter raced the murky water.
Is it sequential order? Passive voice came to sequential, right? Isn't it? It starts out with an introductory clause.
Yes.
Is it passive?
No, it's inverted order. We inverted the order of the sentence. So it was what order? Toss-up 12. Wells. What kind of pressure causes artesian wells to flow?
So guess.
Robert.
Hydraulic.
That's incorrect. Rebound.
Barometric. Go for it.
Barometric?
Hans.
Barometric?
No, that's also incorrect. You were close, but it's hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic. Toss-up 14. Terrorists. The brothers responsible for the bombing at the 2013 Boston Marathon are the sons of refugees from what? And that would be Kelby.
Chechnya.
Chechnya is correct. You get a bonus in poems. This verse is from what poem by Maya Angelou? But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens.
A cage bird does not sing.
Okay, I can't give it to you because I need the title of it. You have all the words, but they're all mixed up. I know why the cage bird sings, and I need the title correctly. Okay, toss-up 15, last one in this round. Fencing. Reminiscent of a type of poultry, what is the name for a woven light wire fabric with hexagonal openings of about 1.5 inches? Robert.
Chicken wire.
That is chicken wire, okay? And that means, Boyertown, you get a bonus in a computational one. That's what we want to end the round with. In inequalities. Solve the following compound inequality. 5 is less than 2x minus 3 is less than 11.
X is equal to 6. X is equal to 6.
Drew wants to sub in. Will.
Yes.
Okay, Noah.
X is equal to 6.
No, okay, I need it to be, in this term, 4 is less than x is less than 7. That's what the answer is. All right, so at the end of our first round, let's see the scores here. At this point, according to our scores, Boyertown has a slight lead over Spring-Ford. Boyertown has 80, Spring-Ford has 60, and we're going to be moving to the lightning round. After the first round, we now enter what's called the lightning round. The trailing team has 60 seconds to answer as many rapid-fire questions as possible. Questions passed or answered incorrectly are then given to the opposing team, which has 6 seconds allotted per question. The same process is then followed by the opposing team. In our short break, we've had a substitution over at Spring-Ford, and Chris has joined the team. And Spring-Ford had the choice of the categories, and our categories were romance languages, animal kingdom, and imaginary luminaries, and they chose romance languages. Drew, will you be giving the answers for that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So again, they're going to have 60 seconds. It'll start when I finish the first question or Drew gives an answer. Make sure to speak up, Drew, in my direction so I know when it's the actual answer. The official standard form of Spanish is called what?
Valencian Spanish.
Can I say it again, please?
Valencian Spanish.
In French, the feminine is usually formed of nouns and adjectives by adding what letter?
E.
In the sign on the door, if the sign on the door reads exit in English, what should it read in Spanish?
Sale.
Which fruit is un pamplemousse?
Just sit on pomegranate.
Pass.
Speakers of which language answer the phone with pronto?
Oh, Spanish.
Italian.
Identify the third person feminine singular subject's pronoun in Spanish.
Ella. Ella.
Ella.
What three letters in French form the ending of the present participle?
Just sit on it. Just sit on it.
Okay, time has expired. Okay, I want to just confer with someone here next to me. That was not what they said. No. Okay, all right. So they got through 6 questions. They got 3 correct for 30 points, which means Boyertown, you have a chance to steal 3. Who will be giving me the answers? Noah. Okay. Again, we'll start when I finish the first question. The official standard form of Spanish is called what?
Castilian.
If the sign on the door reads exit in English, what should it read in Spanish?
Salida.
Which fruit is un pamplemousse?
Let's just say
Pomegranate.
Okay. They got 2 correct. Un pamplemousse is French for grapefruit. Grapefruit. So 20 points for Boyertown, 30 points for Spring-Ford. Now, Boyertown, you chose imaginary luminaries. I'm glad you did. This is a fun category. I have some more information to give you. I've got clues about USA Today's 10 most influential people who never lived. The 10 most influential people who never lived. Okay? Noah, you giving the answers?
Yeah.
Again, the 60 seconds will start when I finish the first one. Character from a cigarette ad.
Camel Joe. Camel Joe.
A George Orwell menace.
Big Brother. Big Brother.
After suffering a mortal wound, he was taken to Avalon.
King Arthur. King Arthur.
Before what beloved figure did Walter Grinch Scold of Brunswick, Maine demand be exiled to Siberia for consumer fraud?
Pass.
While in his mother's sitting room, he stabbed and killed an old man through a curtain.
Hamlet.
He has suffered a severe dumbing down since his first appearance in Mary Shelley's 1818 novel. Don't be lazy and refer to the monster by its name, not its creator.
Dr. Frankenstein.
In Norse mythology, whom did Brunhilde love? Brunhilde.
Pass.
He didn't, in fact, tumble over Reichenbach Falls with his nemesis, Professor Moriarty. Only Moriarty fell to his
Sherlock
death.
Holmes.
Star-crossed lovers.
Romeo and Juliet.
Robert Louis Stevenson wrote about the strange case of
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Okay. Hope you would get that at Boyertown. Isn't that the musical you're doing this year? Okay. All right. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct, which means you have a chance to steal 4, Spring-Ford, because we got through all the questions. Okay. Again, these are influential people who never lived. Character from a cigarette ad.
Marlboro Man.
What beloved figure did Walter Grinch Scold of Brunswick, Maine demand be exiled to Siberia for consumer fraud?
Pass.
He has suffered a severe dumbing down since his first appearance in Mary Shelley's 1818.
Frankenstein's monster.
In Norse mythology, whom did Brunhilde love?
Thor.
What beloved figure did Walter Grinch Scold of Brunswick, Maine? No. Okay. The Grinch was added in there to remind you of, kind of get you in there. That was Santa Claus for consumer fraud. And Siegfried was Brunhilde's love. But you did get the Marlboro Man, which I know someone was trying to pass over here at Boyertown, but they didn't take the answer. And the other one you got correct was, yes, it's Dr. Frankenstein's monster. I have to take that as the answer. All right. So they got 20 points. 20 points for that. We're now moving to the third and final round, which is a series of 15 toss-up questions. There are no bonuses in this round. However, rebounds are permitted. The score is still pretty close right now for you guys, because I know you don't see the score out there. Spring-Ford has 110, and Boyertown has 160. So there's a 50-point difference, but again, we're 15 questions, so we'll see who's fast on the buzzers. Toss-up number 1, lenses. A compound lens consists of an array of simple lenses with a common what? Noah.
Focal point.
That's incorrect. You need a more different answer. Yes.
Focus.
I can't accept that either. The answer they have here is an axis. That's what they're looking for. But neither team gets the points. Toss-up 2, song geography. The capital of what country is in the first verse of the U.S. Marine Corps hymn? That would be Robert.
Mexico.
That's incorrect. Rebound.
Libya.
Libya is correct in the first verse. Toss-up number 3, political factions. The African National Congress formed in South Africa in part to oppose what? Noah.
Apartheid.
Apartheid is correct. Good anticipation. Toss-up number 4, occupational hazards. What kind of radiation causes welders to get arc eye? Robert.
Thermal.
That's incorrect. Rebound.
Ultraviolet.
That is correct. Okay, it's always good to take that chance. You got it correct. Toss-up number 5, presidential elections. U.S. states with the smallest populations each have how many votes? Drew.
3.
3 is correct. Toss-up 6, European geography. What landlocked European country is bordered by the Czech Republic and Germany to the north? Noah.
Austria.
Austria is correct. Toss-up 7. Sure I got the right number there. Yes. Journalistic slang. Reminiscent of a shovel-like utensil. What is the popular term for an exclusive story? Yes, Drew.
Inside scoop.
That's incorrect. Could you say that again?
Scoop.
Scoop, okay. You said inside scoop. Yes, okay. Sorry, I just needed scoop. That's fine, but I can accept that. Toss-up 8, presidential problems. A major blow to whose presidency occurred when a mission to rescue 52 American hostages? Noah.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter is correct. Toss-up number 9, computational. Arrow problems. I think you're going to take 30 seconds on this one. This one's tough. 4 guys have some arrows. The first guy has 1/10 of them. The second has 12 more than the first. The third has 1 more than what the first guy has. And the fourth has twice the third guy's. How many arrows are there? All right, we've got an answer coming from Kelby.
30 arrows.
What was that again?
30.
30 is correct. Good job. I have a good friend of mine who's a retired math teacher. Check out these questions ahead of time to make sure they're right. And this one, he had a lot of computations going down there to get to it. So good job on that one, Kelby. Didn't know if anyone would get it. Toss-up 10, homophones. Complete this statement with 2 homophones. If you had a half-gallon bucket containing a hard mineral composed of silica, you would have, and that would be Kelby.
Quartz.
Quartz and quartz, yes, 2 quarts of quartz. That's correct. Toss-up 11, high-tech weaponry. What kind of gun consists essentially of an electric circuit made of a power source? And that would be, Robert.
A railgun.
A railgun is correct. Toss-up 12, military jargon. What is the term for an extensive geographic area in which military operations are coordinated? Robert.
Theater.
Theater is correct. Toss-up 13, calluses. A callus forms from the buildup of what tough, insoluble protein that is also a chief structural component?
Keratin.
Robert.
Keratin.
Keratin is correct. Toss-up 14, geological structures. Name the upwardly convex folds that have their oldest structures at their core.
Mountains.
And that would be Tim.
Mountains.
That's incorrect. Rebound?
Canyons.
I did say that.
And that would be JR.
Canyons.
That's also correct. Anticlines is what we were looking for. And our final question is investment. What adjective indicates interest that accumulates between one interest payment and the next? And that would be Tim.
Interim.
That's incorrect. Rebound possibility for spring forward.
Rollover.
That's also incorrect. You guys will know this stuff when you go to college in the next year or two. Accrued interest. So, at the end of our final round, the final scores are Springford 150 and Boyertown. You're moving on with 240 points. Congratulations.